All right, this week we're going to focus mostly on the financial analysis portion of your business plans. And in this section, you're going to analyze financial needs of your business, and you'll need to use online resources to help you generate approximate numbers for costs. It's important that while you guys are finding this information in your business plan, it doesn't matter if it's this section or any other section, you need to be recording your sources that you use. Because you will have a works cited page in your business plan. So if you haven't been doing that up to this point, make sure that you start doing it and maybe go back in. If you used any sources in your company description last week, make sure that you cite those sources because I will need to know that information. Anyway, so the first part of your financial analysis is going to explain your financial needs. You're going to start off explaining what are your business's costs starting out. And this is, going to require a lot of research. So you can't just say, 100,000. No, you need to prove, what kind of capital you'll need, including equipment, tools, technology. And so to find that, for example, Aspen, you have a cafe. So something you would need is a point of sale system or like a register. And so you'd have to go into Google, type point of sale systems cost. Okay, it says that the total POS system cost is around $6,500, including $3,000 for 1 year of a professional POS software. Are there cheaper options? Yes. That's where, some research is going to really come in handy. You could even type in point of sale systems for sale. And then go to like Office Depot or Office Max and just kind of search how much their registers are. Because they're going to be significantly cheaper than, the fancier POSs. But you have to keep in mind, sometimes those type of POSs are the best. So you're going to have to make some big decisions on, what kind of business you want, whether you want a cheap POS or if you're going to spend a little bit more and go for the nicer ones. If we look at the example here in Andy's Donuts business plan, let's look at their financial analysis. Okay. So here I looked up everything that I would need, including a dough proofer, because we're going to make our own dough, a refrigerator, which, again, expensive. Our point-of-sale system is going to be around $2,000. A donut finishing center, ovens, and then we'll also need a vision case where we're going to put the donuts. We need baking tools. So you're going to have to really think about all the different kinds of things you're going to need. For Dylan and Josh, you'll need all the different tools that you need as a mechanic, which I can't really say what those are because I'm not very educated in that area. But again, you'll just have to go and look up different tools that your business would need, and you're going to find that in Google. And same with you, Hallie, and same with Kaylee. And Kaylee, your mom would be a good resource for you because I'm sure she knows a lot of the costs related to a salon or the different things that you'll need for a salon. So that's what I'm looking for when I ask, what are your business costs starting out? Okay. All of you will probably need a POS. It's just figuring out whether you want one of those more expensive ones or if you want to go cheaper. And it really just depends on what kind of industry you're in. The next part is you're going to have to make sure you justify these costs. Tell me how you reached the number that you reached. Again, you can cite your sources, and that way I can go and look at where you found the sources you'll need. Sometimes it might even help to, like for Kaylee, you could type in what kinds of things do salons need starting out. So equipment, you'll need an administrative, this is just some of the things that you can do is just look up, because there's probably going to be things that you'll forget, even if you're very familiar with your industry. For example, you don't even think about how you'll need uniforms and workwear, or shampoo bowls or those kinds of things. So it might help to research, what kind of things do I really need? Okay. Another thing you could do is you could use other businesses' cost of startup as an example to help you figure out your costs. Again, you could just Google what's the average cost to start up a mechanic shop or things like that. If you go to the Small Business Administration, if you go to this small business website, I know the link that I linked in your assignment shows up like this. So what you should do is go to the business guide and then to fund your business, or actually calculate your startup cost, And when you go down here, you can use all this content that'll help you figure out how much you'll need. And again, you want to make sure that after you've found all of your costs, which you'll have to include office space too. So hopefully you recorded, how much your building will cost per month. If you're going to buy it up front, that will cost you a lot. But you're going to have to add them all together. So you'll see this last sentence here is very, very important. Probably one of the most important sentences in your entire business plan, because it tells you how much this is going to cost up front. So the upfront cost Andy's Donuts will incur is around $20,000 for building, equipment, and supplies. So what I did is I just added all of this together. Is it 100% accurate? Probably not. Because there's probably some costs that I didn't include in here. It might cost a little bit more. So it's always better to round up and overestimate than it is to underestimate, because you want to have enough money up front to cover all the costs in your business. So this next part is also very important. You need people to invest in your business. That way you have enough money to survive as a business. So if we look at this part, what I want you to do, what the directions say to do, is think of businesses or people in the community that could help you meet the cost of starting up your business. I want you to include at least 4 investors that you think would buy into your company. You can ask your parents or local business owners in the community if they would buy into your company. So, do I want, Kaylee, you to ask your friends if they would invest? No. Okay, you want to have people that have a lot of money and enough money to invest in your company. So what I did is I say there are 4 potential investors in the community that would help meet the cost of Andy's Donuts startup. And one of my potential investors is the founder of Michael's Construction in Rapid City. Again, remember this business plan I created was in South Dakota. So I used South Dakota businesses, and I also list family members that could potentially help. And that was Matthew and Megan Brooks. Okay, so I want these to be, realistic. I want you to choose people who would genuinely support you in this venture. Do I expect you to go and ask all these people individually? No, I don't. I don't really expect you to call any businesses and ask for money if they would invest into this business that you're creating for a class. But I want you to be strategic in the people that you do choose, though. So I just chose businesses. I mean, if you know people in the community, if you have family members who, are well off and would support you in your business venture, then I do encourage you to list them. If you struggle at all finding potential investors, please let me know, and I can help you with this part. But that will be the last part of your financial analysis. This part's relatively short, but it's going to take you a lot of time, especially in this part where you're figuring your business costs starting out. And again, if you need any help, just make sure you let me know. But you will need to use the internet for a lot of this section to help you through it. And again, use the example business plan just to help you. Okay, And that will be due on Saturday, before Saturday, please. And this week, I will also make sure that I edit your company descriptions. So you want to make sure you have those finished. And hopefully you've already seen my feedback for the organization and management summary. Again, if you don't have this into me, it is crucial that you get that into me this week. All right, have a great week. Thank you.